Right now, in Japan, over 1.5 million people are locked inside their bedrooms. Not because they're in prison, not because they're sick, because they've given up on the outside world entirely. Some haven't left their rooms in months, some in years, some in decades. They're called Hikikomori, and their story is one of the most disturbing social crises happening in the world right now that almost nobody is talking about. Number 1. It all began back in the 90s. It started in the 1990s, and it never stopped. After Japan's economic bubble burst, millions of young people found themselves locked out of the job market. The pressure to succeed was enormous. The shame of failure was unbearable. Some withdrew, first for weeks, then months, then years. Psychiatrist Tamaki Saito was the first to name the phenomenon in 1998. He estimated hundreds of thousands of people were already affected. Nobody believed him. The government's latest survey puts the number at over 1.5 million, roughly 2% of the entire working-age population. And some experts believe the real number could eventually surpass 10 million. Number 2. The crisis has grown with them. It's not just teenagers anymore. Social withdrawal has no age limit. The stereotype of hikikomori is a young man in a dark bedroom. That image is outdated. Government data now shows that the majority of hikikomori are over 40. Many are in their 50s and 60s. Some withdrew decades ago and never came back, waiting in silence. This has created what Japan calls the 80-50 problem. Elderly parents in their 80s, still caring for isolated children in their 50s. When the parents die, nobody is left to help. Just silence remains. In some cases, hikikomori have been found dead in their rooms, weeks or even months after their last surviving parent passed away. Alone, undiscovered, the world goes on outside. If this is hitting hard, subscribe. It gets deeper. Number 3. The room becomes their entire universe. The room becomes the entire world. Hikikomori don't just stay home. They retreat into a single room, often their childhood bedroom. Curtains closed, lights off. The only connection to the outside world is a screen. They eat meals left outside their door by family members. Some only come out at night when the rest of the house is asleep, standing in the cold glow of the fridge. Some communicate only through notes slid under the door, a bridge of paper. The isolation isn't a choice anymore. It's a prison built by anxiety, shame, and the paralyzing fear that the longer you stay inside, the harder it becomes to leave. A cycle that feeds on itself. And that fear is correct. Every year that passes makes re-entry more terrifying. Number 4. Deep cultural barriers remain. Japan's culture makes it harder to escape the cycle. In most Western countries, a struggling adult might be encouraged to seek therapy, move out, or start fresh. In Japan, the dynamics are different. Family shame is a powerful force. Many parents hide their child's condition for years, sometimes decades, because admitting it would bring disgrace. Hikikomori themselves feel intense guilt for burdening their families, which deepens the withdrawal. Japan also has a concept called reading the air, sensing unspoken social expectations. For someone who has been out of society for years, the idea of re-entering a world built on unwritten rules feels impossible. The culture that values harmony above all sometimes traps people in silence. Number 5. Finding a path back to society. People are trying to bring them back. Across Japan, volunteer organizations have formed specifically to reach hikikomori. They don't knock on doors demanding change. They write letters. They leave gifts. They wait, sometimes for months, just to earn a single response. Some programs use online games and virtual worlds as a bridge, meeting hikikomori in the only space they feel safe. Others offer small group houses where former hikikomori live together, learning to be around people again. It is slow, patient, difficult work, and it doesn't always succeed, but there is hope. But for those it reaches, it is often the first human connection they've had in years. 1.5 million people, locked in their rooms, some for decades, in one of the most advanced countries on Earth. Hikikomori is not laziness, it's not a phase, it is a crisis of loneliness, pressure, and shame, and it's growing. If this story stayed with you, subscribe. Next week, we're going inside the dying world of Japan's real Yakuza and why the legendary syndicates are vanishing. Drop a comment. Did you know this was happening?